Okay, we are live now with the second one of the night that I was not expecting to do, but I got a great turnout on Volume 6. I was going to try to space these out a little more to maybe time it better with the anime's release, but if I have fans who are who want me to continue as soon as possible, I guess I can put Gachiakuta and and Togen Anki and maybe more Sakamoto days. I can put those on the back burner for now. You guys want more of this one, so we're here. Another volume, of course. So I'm just going to get my chat open and we are going to get going like we always do. So I'm just going to see, please. Yep, okay, we are here. Come on. Okay. We are all set. This is the first one where I don't have a physical copy to manually fact check how many chapters we're going to do, but thanks to one of my moderators from the last stream, I know that I go from this chapter to chapter 53. We are back, baby? Yes, we are. We are so back. And last stream, I learned a valuable lesson. If you want to do a poll, you gotta do it on the PC version of the stream, which I still think is ridiculous. I should be able to do it on mobile. Come on, YouTube, catch up. Before we go into the chapters themselves, I have to make sure that it looks fine. Like, I hope it hasn't moved or anything. I need to be able to accommodate 2 pages at once. Okay, we're good. Alrighty, everybody. We're here. We're gonna finish this arc. I'm pretty sure this is the volume where we're gonna end volume 2 of the novels. Within this manga volume, the second light novel will come to an end. It'll be very obvious where it comes to an end, but I will point it out anyway. Because I don't discriminate from the smart people and the idiots, because at the end of the day, everyone can be smart and dumb at the same time, because that's how humans are. Is that fair? So in any case, we are starting this stream with chapter 46, Goodbye. Oh, that's a good title already. Title this chapter Goodbye. Oh, this is going to be good. If you people need proof that Light is not just going to skimp out on his revenge, this chapter and moving forward is going to be a good sign to it. Lord Light, I'm terribly sorry for my tardiness. You're not tardy. You came at the perfect time, actually. You all may rise. Your angels, your last hope, have been defeated. So what will you do? I yield to your awe-inspiring power, and I have a proposal. Sir Michael! Would you join forces with me to rule the Elven Queendom? With your power, we could conquer the entire realm. He can already do that on his own. Why should he make a deal with you? In these positions, in other stories of the same genre, these guys seem to think, oh yeah, I can weasel my way out of this. I just have to make a deal where it somehow benefits both of us. But in reality, it's just me getting out of this without having to die. Or, because he has the power to do what he's proposing without him anyway. Why should it matter? Unlike Commander Hardy, who shamefully passed out over there, I'm well versed in politics. If you put your trust in me, I'll have you on the throne before you know it. Then you can have your pick of the women of our queendom. Whoa. Hold on. Wait a minute. Take a step back. That's not what he's after. He doesn't want your kingdom, well, queendom, but why are we calling it a queendom? He doesn't want that specifically, and he doesn't want women specifically. You act like he is such a easy to manipulate force. No, he's not. Did I tell you I wanted that? I told you that what I want is to get my revenge and learn the truth. I've lived these past 3 years for that purpose. I I have nothing to do with that. Please release me. Sir Michael? I never tried to kill you, and our orders came from the Queendom. They weren't my doing. I'm an innocent bystander. Sir Michael, how can you say that? We're engaged. We swore our futures to each other. You disgust me. Don't touch me. You're revolting. If he wants his revenge upon you, then die. Don't drag me into this. Wow. Wow. That is actually very just messed up. I know I'm not supposed to hold any sympathy for any of this, but that is arguably, like, worse than any torture Light could dish out. That is messed up. Like, I know they're evil, and I know that, like, something that people who don't think highly of others would do is throw others under the bus and they try to escape. So, even though I'm looking at the situation now for like the 4th time and trying to put an impartial lens on it, no, don't give a single shred of sympathy. They all had this coming. The truth is, I never wanted to be engaged to a vulgar bastard child like you. I'm getting deja vu from when I was betrayed in the abyss. I hoped they would turn on one another, but I never thought it would be so juicy. Wow. This is going to be juicy. How could you? You said you loved me. I believed in you. I loved you. You traitor. I can't believe this. I lied, obviously. You disgusting whore. Oh, wow. That is that is that is that is I know that like Light is taking joy in this because it's vindication and everything, but I never saw a couple so quick to break down against each other like in fiction ever. Like they weren't even officially married yet. Interesting development? Yes. Oh, hey, Kyle's here. Let's go. All we need now is Asta. Where is our boy Asta? Sir Michael! Michael! Would you like me to kill her for you? That's enough. Vice Commander Michael. I have no intention of laying a finger on you. You are not part of my revenge. Then I'll let them decide what to do with you, huh? Ellie, I'll leave it to you. Yes. Blessed Lord Light, please leave it to me. Oh boy, this is not gonna end well for them. They're not weaseling out of this. I love this series so much, and one reason I love it so much is that the enemy can't weasel away. We do get our revenge. Things do make a change for the better in this world. Whether this is ugly to look at or not, and whether you want to feel anything for them, remember, they mercilessly tortured, slaughtered, and discriminated against humans for so long that this is vindication. If a human were to see Sasha and Michael break down against each other, the human in question would be rooting for them to destroy each other. So trust me, people, I may be a hopeless romantic, but even I know when a villain is cooked, they're cooked. And it's just the end of their rope. You have some nerve, spewing abuse at Blessed Lord Light in front of us. My blood is boiling. I had to restrain myself so many times from violating his orders and killing you on the spot. Please don't expect us to grant you an easy death, That was only because I didn't yet know of Light. I mean, Lord Light's greatness. It's different now. I'm well aware of his brilliance now, more so than anyone. Oh, you are? You're aware of Blessed Lord Light's greatness now? Yes, yes, I am. Oh, but that level of understanding simply won't suffice. There's no way you truly comprehend his greatness, so I'll carve it into your body for you. And Michael tries to run. Ellie goes, Dorn, Fesseln. Fesselin? Fesselin. And she just has a bunch of thorny vines. She strangles Michael. This is about to get fun. This is about to get so much fun. This binding won't hold me. I'll endure the pain and tear the vines off. You can't. Dorn Fesselin is a strategic class magic. It can only bind one person, but it's strong enough to temporarily hold even one such as myself. It's not possible for someone at your pathetically low level to escape. Strategic class magic with chant cancellation. For now, to keep you from running off, I'll break your arms and legs. And I'll lock inside your mind to confirm what your thoughts are. This will hurt quite a bit. Don't, please. Repent for your abusive words to Blessed Lord Light, and for the physical harm you attempted to cause him as you writhe in the agonies of hell. Well, even if Sasha still had feelings for Michael, he's kind of past the point of no return. Why does this development remind me of Overlord? Because that's a basis for this series. It's basically, I mean, you're not wrong in thinking that it definitely does remind you of Overlord, but remember, the character that's doing this is not an undead Elder Lich that is losing his memories of humanity and going further and further down just apathetic pragmatism. I think people will know about a certain band of thieves. I mean, I know. Everybody loves to bring that up about what Nazarick did to them. Yes. Anyone who knows the franchise of Overlord is well aware of that scene. And the weird thing is, the more times I go through that season, the less and less I care about Team Foresight. I am not kidding. I remember the first time I watched that part of the season, I felt a genuine terror. I felt a chill on my spine. And I was like, whoa. Like, obviously, I had a feeling once you also learn about the stat sheets and their negative karma, that they weren't going to completely be like these forces of good or anything. And then every subsequent rewatch of season 3, I get more and more apathetic to them. Now, is that because I'm coming around to the idea of Ainz more and more? Or I've come to realize they were actually thieves, trying to break into Nazarick? I don't know how we're barely 20 minutes in and I've already gone off on a tangent, but yeah. This series definitely does give Overlord vibes. It's not without its differences, of course. For one thing, Light's a human and is very clearly able to show different kinds of emotions. And his goal is revenge, not world domination. Now, Sasha, it's your turn. Do you remember, Light? Even after you joined the Concord of the Tribes, the other tribes discriminated against you, didn't they? You were sad about it and were crying all alone. I comforted you then, remember? No. No way. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Hold the phone. I saw a scene like that in the trailer. I the ref, he saw that scene in the trailer. The thing that she's describing right here. Are we going to get a flashback? That's even better than the novel and the manga. Because we hardly get any flashbacks to Light's time in the Concord of the Tribes. Because he didn't just immediately join the party at the beginning of the series. He was already a member for a good, I don't know, a year or two. Who knows for how long? Well, no, I think humans get their gifts at age 11. He was 13 when he was betrayed. Okay, yeah, 2 years. But the series never had the time to do flashbacks to that because it felt like it would be stupid because of the reveal of being treacherous and evil and being betrayers. If the anime is going to go out of its way to give a flashback when it's not completely necessary, that's great. That's just great. I hope the flashback ends with it shattering like glass. That would be so poetic. I sat next to you and comforted you, didn't I? I rubbed your back and dried your tears with a handkerchief. You remember, right? Don't you? Right? I taught you how to walk in the forest, how to gather, and how to cook food while camping. And when the other members of our party teased you, I was the first to leap to your defense. Please say something. It's true that you taught me a lot of stuff. Yes, I did, right? But that was all part of your act. The real you looked down on humans. And when you showed your true colors, you gleefully tried to kill me, didn't you? Yeah. She's not getting out of this. And remember her backstory in Volume 4 during that live stream where we got Sasha's backstory? That's not going to save her either. I'm being serious. Her backstory is not going to save her. Oh dear. I still have nightmares about getting shot in the leg with your arrow. That was because the Queendom ordered me to. Plus Drago the Dragon Dude and Diablo the Demon were there too. If I'd opposed everyone on my own, it wouldn't have gone any good. It wouldn't have done any good. They would have just killed me too. So I didn't do anything wrong. It wasn't my fault. It wasn't. I didn't do anything wrong. That's right. You used to like me, didn't you? The truth is, I liked you a lot too. You can do anything you like with me. I'll do whatever you want. Please save me. Wow. Talk about desperation. Her fiance immediately goes brain dead and is not like leaving alive. And her first thought is, maybe I can get back in his good graces. I'll offer my body to him. Surely that will work. Because, like, look at this. She is straight up showing her boobs and thinking this is going to work. In any other series, that might be a crux. A crutch. That might be a weakness. That might actually have worked. Unfortunately for Sasha, this is not any of those other series. For anyone that remembers those other streams, Light kind of has people that already want his heart and his love. And more out of him, if you remember what Nazuna called Ellie in the first stream. I wonder how strong the demon is? Well, Lee, funny enough, Diablo the demon is actually right where the novel is on hiatus at the moment until the next volume releases. That's where the current story is. And we didn't get to fight him yet. At the time, which is the current novel, our crew has had to fight demon forces. And let me just say, that novel ended on such a brutal cliffhanger that I just want the next volume right now. But this is funny. I wonder how the anime is going to do this, if they're going to censor this or not, because Sasha is straight up just showing her boobs. Like, she has no care. She's thinking, yeah, this'll work. This has to work. Light's a boy. This has to work, right? She's in desperation mode when, remember, Light's not the only person in the room right now. Has Sasha gone blind? He has Ellie, Aoyuki, and Nazuna right next to him. And of course, only one of those three is gunning for his heart and love. And she thinks this is gonna work? Bro, I don't fear what Light is gonna do to her. I fear that the ladies of the room are going to scorn this vixen for trying to take Light from them. It's not... It's because, like, this is the case where Light's revenge seems tame by comparison. She's not just, like, going after Light for desperation to not die. She's targeting something that someone else is already after, and the jealousy of a woman scorned is not gonna go over well. I don't know why I keep fixating on this, because Sasha's not getting out of this situation at all. So why should this matter? Well, I'm putting emphasis on this because, for one thing, I didn't actually notice this until I reread this chapter now. And I've reread this part a couple times. How did I miss this? She literally unclipped her dress to let out her bare boobs. How did I not notice that before? I don't know how I didn't notice that before. Maybe because I shouldn't care about Sasha. And it's a case of, like, I made this point in my prediction video. This series needs to be rated MA or 16 plus. Because even if just to keep these scenes uncensored, the gore in this series demands a high rating, a high TV rating. I wish we got that information with the trailer, but we didn't. So I wonder if they're even gonna keep this scene the way it is. Knowing the anime, because it's gonna be seen by a ton of people, they're not gonna have her unclip her dress. They're gonna do the bare minimum to give off the same effect. Just watch. I'm sure the ref will bring it up in the episode, and then we're gonna flash back to this moment in time when I'm bringing it up now. But anyway, I've given Sasha enough time. I've let her stalled because I'm on this chapter. Let's see what the reaction to this scene is. Yeah. Enough, you bitch! You refuse to admit your own sin, and worse, you insult our intelligence by foolishly purporting to have feelings for our sublime Lord and offering him your body in exchange for mercy. I'll kill you. I'll use healing and revival on you, so beasts can eat you alive over and over until you regret ever being born. Aoyuki, when did I give you permission to touch her? Meow. Don't worry, Sasha. I'm not gonna kill you. Light. That's a bad sign when the guy in question goes, I'm not gonna kill you. That's a bad sign. Like, that is truly a bad sign. I've already captured Garo. You can share his fate. Until I found out the truth and made a decision about whether to terminate all non-humans, I'll give you the worst pain possible and make it so you can't die. That, like I said, is a fate worse than death. Now, granted, he doesn't stick to that plan, because at the moment he has nothing else going for him other than his revenge. So I can confidently say, for now, he's not going to terminate every non-human. Considering that there are people in other races who do want humans to have autonomy, or they don't care either way. So this was definitely an early version of his plan, where he's just saying that with a grandiose manner to kind of like spook the party, if you will. In the dark depths of the abyss, where escape is absolutely impossible, as I torment you with excruciating pain, there's no way you'll die, no matter how much you want to, okay? See? What? Look at what Sasha's attempt got her. The moment she turned her bow on Light, her fate was sealed. No amount of offering up your body to him was gonna matter. No amount of trying to get out of it now would matter. Sasha will wish for death. Yes, she will, and she won't get it. I can confidently say, at the current Light novel, that every party member that Light has gathered at that point is still suffering. They're still suffering, they're still not dying as of many, many volumes later. So I'm going to make a bold prediction right now, even though I have no idea how the series is going to end. Now watch me make this call perfectly when the series does come to an end. He's going to show off to the world the traitorous Concord of the tribe and how they're all still suffering and torture and pain and agony, and they all want to die. He'll then tell the world with his authority that they tried to kill him. And by this point in the story, I'm predicting that most people in the world view Light as a god. And then Light's going to make this statement, and I'm predicting he's going to be like, it's because of them that I even have all this power, of course, but they have just had it so rough. They've tried to crush humans. But I'm willing to make a choice as the person with all this power. Now, granted, everything I'm saying right now is a theory. It's a wish for the future. So don't take it as fact. We're just speculating on how this could end. He then makes this a choice. For every non-human in the world, he's going to go, well, my revenge was these people specifically, not the rest of the world. If you all agree as a collective race to join me and to follow my laws, give humans autonomy, and to stop being jerks to each other, all under my banner, then the sacrifice for that will be letting them die. And so you don't have to bear their sins anymore, as long as you are all willing to change and not keep being cruel and sadistic. And then he's gonna, by this point in the story, he's made his power very well known publicly, and I'm calling it right now. Everyone in the world is gonna make a unanimous yes. We will side with you. We will join you. We will live under you. We will follow your rules, and we'll let them be sacrificed. And then Light will snap his fingers. They'll be dead. And then the races of the world will finally have the wish of the real concord of the tribes. The wish of coexistence. Sure, it came about because of a boy and revenge, but that would be the perfect ending. Think about it. You change the way all of the races think. You put them into a position where it's these 8 versus your whole race. So I'm calling it right now. That would be an awesome way to end, because it would keep in line with Light's character in terms of, like, giving a choice to the people to make a change. Because at that point, if you would refuse Light's choice, you would seem like the biggest idiot in the world. Sorry for dragging that out for too long, but I was just making a theory for how this whole story could end. So let's continue with the actual story. Mara, you can take her to the lowest level of the abyss now. Bind her with something repulsive that she's sure to despise. While you're at it, please bind the unconscious white knights too. What's the topic? Yo! We got someone new in the chat. Hello. Isekai at max level. Hello. Welcome. What's the topic? This is the Volume 7 live read of Backstabbed in a Backwater Dungeon. And I was just going over how I was predicting the series could end with a grandiose finale, because it's an ongoing series. And the series is about a boy kicked out of the hero's party, basically. He's getting revenge, and he's gonna make a huge change in the world. That's basically the topic. But welcome aboard. If you click that subscribe button, I'll be able to get closer and closer to watching Avatar on the channel. I would love to be able to finally do Avatar: The Last Airbender. So, you know, get us closer to 500 and that would be great. Yeah, caught up in manga and light novel? Oh, great. Finally. We got another one of those guys in the chat. Yeah, that cliffhanger in that last volume was crazy, right? I cannot wait for the next one in October. I need volume 11 right now. Leave it to me, Lord Light. No! What are these? Oh. Oh, I almost forgot. Wait a second. Mara? Oh. So Sasha's being bound by something gross to make sure that she will despise it. And then of course, oh, this was beautiful. Retribution, vindication. He put it right back where it belongs. He put the arrow in Sasha's leg now. Glorious. That was absolutely glorious. Oh, and by the way, there's Sasha's ass, you know. Definitely doesn't really seem that appealing. So, nice try, Light. Well, no, good job, Light, for not falling for her charm. Because, let's be real, I don't think there's much charm left. Yeah, we're just poking fun at Sasha at this point, because she very much deserves it. It would be absolutely hilarious if the bindings that are gonna keep her imprisoned and tortured also stripped her naked. Just to make sure all the torture reaches her skin. Just to add in even more the level that she deserves. Am I talking like maybe I should stop and not say anything that might give me the wrong impression? I probably should. However, when the series is already giving me as much gore as it is, and the fact that Sasha was willing to show Light her boobs, I'm allowed to give him the idea. Come on, Light. You're going after revenge anyway. Make it hurt. Make it hurt. Because remember, if you were in Light's position right now, you'd probably do worse to Sasha than what he's already doing. And that's the beauty of it. But she got an arrow in the leg, so... Ah! Now I've repaid you for the wound you gave me with your arrow 3 years ago. Mara, go ahead. No! No! I'm sorry! I'm sorry! Please, Light! I'll do anything. Save me. All I wanted was to be happy. I just wanted to triumph over my parents and sisters. By tricking me and killing me? Right. You should have found another way. Wow. He heard her motivation for what she did, and Light's just like, why did I have to be a part of that? You now did this to yourself. No! Light! I'm sorry I tried to kill you. Forgive me. Lord Light, help me. Nope. Goodbye, Sasha. And just like that, people, she's gone. She is gone. The only relevance she will have now is when Light brings up the whole party and decides his final decision on whether they die or whether they keep suffering or whatever. That was Sasha's last moment in the series, everyone. How did that feel? Satisfying? Vindicating? Wonderful? Could have been more? I agree. So that's why I hope you all subscribe to this channel for when these live streams come out. I don't just do this series. Solo leveling is currently on the channel at the moment, and it's also going to come to an end soon. Then Kagurabachi's going to come on the channel. Kagurabachi's really good. If we hit 500 subs, I do Avatar The Last Airbender. And I'm confession time, I am a person who never watched Avatar The Last Airbender. Honestly, I'd be a little grateful for what they made me in the back of my head. I mean, whoa. What was that? Okay. If you guys didn't hear any of that, someone just set off fireworks near my house. So that's concerning. It's the end of August. Who is setting off fireworks now? Gosh. So, I think, Lee, you'll have to remind me. You said up to chapter 53, right? I just have to make sure. Chapter 47, Horde. In my anger, I released the first seal on God Requiem Gungnir. So I got to test it out in battle, but to be honest, it was overkill. Yeah, like I said before, Light, it was absolutely overkill. I've gotten my revenge on Sasha, though, so I guess all's well that ends well. Well, I'd like to interrogate the elves we captured, so let's go back to the Abyss for now. Is everyone ready? Yes, there's no problem, blessed Lord Light. Release! Teleport! Ellie, it's not that I'm doubting you, but this is hard to believe. Yes, it made me doubt my own eyes as well. I used magic to search the White Knight's memories and obtain that information. The most useful of the lot was Commander Hardy because he's the Queen's son. We had previously learned from the elf Kyoto that the reason for the vigilance about masters, was that if they were left unchecked, it could be the end of the world. And this time, from Hardy's memories, if masters are left alone and civilization is allowed to progress too quickly at a certain level, it could fall apart. In order to avoid that, masters should be secured, isolated, and pampered like princesses to minimize their influence on the outside world. That makes more sense than leading to the world's destruction. Like, honestly, that makes sense. That's what it says, and it's not some made-up story. There are quite a few traces out there of a past civilization that was quite advanced. So it's a fact that there was an advanced civilization that crumbled. Even if it's an exaggeration to say that it would be the end of the world, We can infer that some past civilization met its end because of something a master did. So masters advance civilization, but don't directly destroy the world, right? Correct. From the memories I read, masters have powerful gifts, weapons, magic, combat skills, intelligence. They simply advance civilizations. Masters advance civilizations, causing countries or even the whole world to fall into ruin, so potential masters are to be eliminated. To powerful people looking to preserve the status quo rather than advance civilization, not only are masters unnecessary, they're a hindrance. So when I was investigated as a potential master, they decided to kill me, though they determined I wasn't one just to be on the safe side. On the face of it, it does seem logical. But why would advancing civilization cause the destruction of a country? I don't know what the reason could be. And I get the feeling it's more dangerous to kill the potential masters, though. Yes, I believe so. If a real master were to discover the plan, they'd be furious. They'd immediately view the conspirators as enemies and destroy them. In order to avoid that unnecessary risk, those who are deemed not to be masters should be left alone. Meaning the concord of the tribe screwed up by recruiting Light in the first place. Right, there are actually more drawbacks to killing them, which means there must be some circumstances that make the worth of the risk to kill even potential masters. Don't you think? Most likely. So we should consider the possibility that there's information that even Hardy and the other elves aren't privy to. We've reached the limit of what we can get from their memories. Why don't we proceed to the next level? I'll leave the rest of the planning to you, Ellie. Yes, please do. Oh, come on. I'll exploit the attack on the Great Tower to take down the Elven Queendom. Ooh. This is the time Ellie's gonna make an appearance publicly. This is something I'm not gonna say any more on. I'm just gonna read the chapter and we'll see how this goes. We still have no details on what happened to the White Knights who went to the mysterious Great Tower. Extrapolating based on past incidents, we believe it's likely that they are all eliminated. That's absurd. They're the strongest elves in the queendom. Could they have been eliminated so quickly and easily? It was meant to be quick, decisive battle. If this much time has passed and they haven't even retreated, well, the likelihood is extraordinarily high. That can't be true! Our little Hardy is the strongest of the elves! He wouldn't lose to anyone! I hate to break it to you, Queen, but your son lost. Potentially, he might be dead. That's right, Commander Hardy is an incredibly strong fighter, and Michael and his fiancée are two Phantasm-class items. Together, they should have enough power to destroy a country. How could they be eliminated? Is some unbelievably powerful unknown entity right on the outskirts of our capital? This is no time to focus on internal power struggles. The country is in grave danger. Yeah, finally you realize that. It took you to now to realize that maybe we shouldn't be fighting amongst ourselves? Should we ask other nations for help? Don't be ridiculous. We couldn't possibly do something like to lose face like that. Are you serious? We couldn't possibly do something to lose face? Mobilize all of the White Knight reserves? Are you serious? Contact the Adventurers Guild? No, but excuse me! How dare you barge in here like dragons! A horde of them! Hundreds! They're right over the capital! There's a giant red dragon. Could it be the one from the Great Tower? Look on its back. Someone's riding it. That's where the chapter title comes in. It's a horde of dragons. I have a message for the fools who attacked my Great Tower. Unless you'd prefer that I burn this city to ash, send out those responsible immediately. What's that voice? It's speaking directly inside my head. Magic? To prove I can burn this city to ash, I'll have my sweet dragons give you a demonstration. Hoo! A demonstration, you say? Boom! Oh, outside the capital, outside the entire country. Just bam. Destruction! I'll be landing in the palace courtyard. Whoever bears the most responsibility, report to me in 3 minutes. If you don't, I'll destroy your city. Wow. Strong arming them, of course. Of course. I'm surprised. Asta's not here. Where is Asta? He was here for the last one. And he said he was probably going to join in on the next one. Where is he? Oh, Asta. Where are you, bro? Well, yeah, someone remind me, what chapter am I supposed to end on again? 53? Chapter 48. Surrender. Your Majesty, please seek refuge at once. What would the point of that be? The whole capital is going to be destroyed if someone doesn't come forward. You bastard, do you intend to sacrifice the queen? The Chancellor should be the one to go on a situation like this. What are you soldiers doing? Go defeat the dragons. Shouldn't we send the Knight Commander since he's in charge of defense? Their anti-magic defenses are so weak that I can spy with ease. In any case, I can't believe they're fighting with each other over this much. It's even worse than I expected. Wow. Cutting it close to the time limit there, huh? We are Queen Lift the Seventh, ruler of this kingdom. Queendom. Queendom. I will never get used to the word queendom. You were so uncouth as to visit us with a horde of dragons. Take your leave at once. What nonsense are you spouting? A group calling themselves knights from this queendom barged into my great tower and rampaged around. You were the first to behave rudely. You are the mistress of the great tower? Who are you? Let's see. You will address me as the witch of the great tower. There it is, everyone. And this is Ellie's public identity. That way Light can move from the shadows as he pleases and only interact when necessary, but Ellie is now his figurehead in public. She is the great witch of the tower. This is going to be so glorious. Where is Hardy? What did you do to the knights? The knights have been executed as punishment for massacring humans. Wow, they're already dead. Aside from Sasha, they're all dead. Is there some need for me to tell you that? Such insolence. I've come here today to ask why you sent those vulgar burglars to my tower. They're no burglars. When that massive thing appeared near the capital, we received intelligence that a dragon was living there. Naturally, we needed to deal with the situation. Was that really the only reason, I wonder? Wasn't your true intention to steal my research results and treasures? I'll need to check your mind to be sure. What are you saying? Stay back! Your Majesty, don't let the intruder near the Queen. Kill that woman. Wait! Sassir Albor! Okay, more thorns. More spikes. Gah! And they're getting either incapacitated, stabbed, or killed. Queen, you better cooperate. Maybe you'll get to live. Oh, who am I kidding? She does live. And it's actually very funny the way she goes on living after this. Sassir Arbor creates trees that use blood and flesh for sustenance. What are they? They grow and grow, becoming monstrous trees with human faces. They can attack and confine enemies who threaten them. It's strategic class magic. Now then. No! Stay away! Oh dear, I won't be able to read your mind if you run away. Dorn Fesselin! And now she's binding the queen with those thorns. Well, she's not escaping. I'll take a look inside. Ah, what a racket. Silence. Now I can search your memories in peace. I see. It seems you were telling the truth before. But I'm terribly displeased now that I've read your memories. I'm a human who spent years deep underground studying magic. Really? Is she actually being legit that she's a human? I mean, I made this discussion before in a previous stream about The races that are summoned by Light's Gotcha, are they human unless they're obviously not, like Mara? That begs that question. As such, I'm furious about how harshly you've treated my fellow humans. Therefore, human slaves will no longer be allowed in this queendom, and whatever humans you elves currently possess will be released into my care. I'll dispatch some of my people to take care of it, so make sure you're ready to hand them over right away, would you? If any elves oppose the freeing the humans or try to interfere, regardless of their age or gender, I'll kill them and feed them to my dragons. Who? Here and now, I hereby proclaim a doctrine of complete liberty for humans. Let's go! Thank you, Ellie. We can't rule out the possibility that he could be something other than a master. Kill him to be on the safe side, etc. So this is the new information you got from the Queen? Yes, it is. Most of the information in her memories overlapped with Hardy's. That was the only interesting bit. She heard it as one of the secret meetings that are held once every 4 years at the Principality of the Nine. That's a big deal meeting. We're going to get there eventually, but that's kind of a big deal. It's unknown which of the powerful attendees said it, since she just caught that bit of information while they were leaving their seats after the meeting. Her memory of it was already deteriorating, so the details are unknown as well. But we can assume that it hinted at the existence of another type of entity other than the Masters. Another entity they viewed as a threat, huh? We're going to get a little more on that in due time, but I don't think it's going to be too much for now. Maybe the reason they tried to kill me wasn't that I was a potential master, but that I was potentially that other kind of entity they viewed as a threat? We don't know which tribe said it. No, unfortunately not. It seems Queen Lift didn't know anything about the entity either. I see. It'll be difficult to make a judgment about this until we get more information. By the way, is the emancipation of the Elven Queendom's human slaves going well? Yes, it is. Approximately 5,000 people have been freed so far. Our people are safeguarding them in the area around the Great Tower and helping them to become self-sufficient. We were also able to release the humans who have been rescued by the Mohawks and our other allies and kept under protection. That's great news! Let's go. Maybe we should have turned the Elven Queendom into a colony, but I don't see much point in doing so. Indeed. Rather than openly claiming the Queendom as our own, it's better to control it from behind the scenes and use it as a pawn in the future. Which does happen. So now the Queendom is in their back pocket. Ellie, thanks to you, I was able to exact my ideal revenge on Sasha, get information on the Masters and whatnot, and even obtain a useful pawn. You got the greatest possible results and made excellent use of our resources. I'm truly grateful, Ellie. Wow. That actually means a lot. Oh no, I merely provided a bit of assistance to you, blessed Lord Light. Excuse me, Lord Light. There is information I'd like to share with you right away. What is it, May? Lord Light, we've received information on one of the people you wish to get revenge on, the Dark Elf Sione. She's in mortal peril in the depths of a dungeon. What? Wow. So, with this chapter, we are now entering Volume 3 of the light novel. Isn't that wild? So the rest of these chapters are going to be going into Volume 3. Chapter 49, Sione. Or Shione. I don't know. Sometimes it's spelled Sione. Sometimes it has an H in there. Don't know what translation is right. Time to move on to the Dark Elf Islands. This is relatively shorter compared to the first 2 volumes of the novel. So I predict this will be the end of the anime. So let's keep going. We got what? This chapter and 3 more? Okay. You know what? Hang on a minute. Sorry, when you sit for a long period of time, you kind of just have to take a small breather and just get up and stretch. I kind of was hoping we would have more people here, like the last stream, but maybe it'll be like the last one where it blows up more towards the end again. I hope you people can still hear me over my air conditioner in the background. Oh. Maybe this was too much. The Dark Elf Islands are located on the south of the continent. They're a collection of 100 various islands of various sizes. Research flourishes there in fields such as magic, pharmacology, and metallurgy. The country offers generous support to those who produce brilliant results. Some islands are even fully dedicated to housing research facilities. And one of those researchers given an island research facility to run was the Dark Elf Sione, a target of Light's revenge. Ceophaline in full. Let's begin the experiment. Please be sure to log every detail. Yes, Director Sione. Okay. Okay. She stabbed a human. Okay. She didn't seem bothered in the least about stabbing him, even if he is an inferior human. No wonder nobody has courted the chief despite her beauty and brains. Yeah, because she has this this way about her where no one wants to be with her. Your hand stopped moving. There was a problem with the magic circles? No, Director, your research is on souls. But I'm wondering whether stabbing the subjects is necessary for it. You're new here, aren't you? This is your first experiment? Of course it's necessary. I don't want the subject dying on us while I explain this to you, so I'll keep it short. Inflicting pain like that amplifies emotions like distress, despair, and anguish, greatly stirring up the soul, strongly exerting its existence, making it easier to capture. So, please hurry up and complete the check before the subject calms down or dies. My apologies, I'll check right away. Well, when I hear them yelp like livestock, it's so fun I can't stop my hands from moving. Commencing experiment. Activate the magic circles. Yes, Director. The magic is converging too quickly. Magic. Team, slow down a bit. Yes, Director. Magic Team, I instructed you to slow down. No, we cut the force in half, but this is... Stop the experiment. Magic Team, withdraw completely. Connect the circles to the magic stone pillars. Force them to absorb the magic. Director, it's no good. They're absorbing the magic too quickly. They'll hit their limit any minute now. This isn't possible. What in the world is happening? We've stopped infusing the circles with magic. So where is this huge quantity of magic coming from? What? A warp in space? What is... Now cracks are forming. Yo! The Soul Dragon! Oh, this thing looks really good here. The anime better do a good job for this. Huh? What? I'll use my trump card, a magical catalyst. I'll use strengthening my attack magic. Oh, magic. Manifest and become a curse that spreads death. Black Plague. And it doesn't work. And they're all dead. Ho! I didn't think anyone could cancel out my deprivation roar. Interesting. We are the Soul Dragon, ultimate ruler of souls. Thus far, I've taken the soul of every single person who's heard my roar. But, little one, the spell you just cast canceled it via some coincidence. How unfortunate for you. And the dragon's now absorbing souls. What's that semi-transparent light he swallowed? Don't tell me it was their souls. I've spent a colossal amount of time, not to mention all the personnel and rare equipment, trying to determine the soul's existence. And then all by himself, he pulled souls from bodies and consumed them? I've never seen or even heard of a monster that eats souls before. I'm certain he isn't from this world. The Soul Dragon, the ultimate ruler of souls. What an unusual entity he is, to be able to tamper with souls. Amazing! Wow. You're amazing. Could I ask you to use your power to assist my research? I can provide you with anything you desire. Well, that was a surprise. I killed your brethren, yet you show no fear or anger. Simply delight. How interesting. Your soul does not fluctuate. Your words hold no falsehoods. All I sense is your thirst for research. Then assist me by offering souls to me. Regardless of tribe, age, or gender, bring me a wide variety of souls. Offer them up to me until I am satisfied. I will assist you then. Sure. Sure. That's all you want? That's fine with me then. I'll start making preparations right away, so please wait a little. You do not hold your brethren dear? Is that surprising? Research requires sacrifices, so there's no problem. I've taken a liking to you. Your mettle pleases me, so I will confer power upon you. Accept thou that I am. Wow. That was a good double spread. And that was a good chapter. Okay. I think we have 3 more to go. I still can't believe this. Where's Asta? Where is Asta? I thought he was going to join us in this stream. But, like he said he would, but he's not. Chapter 50, Blade of the Isles. I need someone to confirm in the chat for me if they can hear my voice, because I have a thing in the background. Can someone please confirm? Sione, one of the people I want to get revenge on, might be in mortal peril. What does that mean? Sione is the director of a research facility. It seems that facility has turned into a dungeon. There are, with some exceptions, 2 types of dungeon. The first type are dungeons where monsters have nested in ruins. The second type are dungeons formed from cores. The former type occurs when monsters nest in the ruins of buildings from the previous civilization. The monsters and treasures in those don't regenerate. The latter type are the norm in this world. They have a dungeon core, and for some reason, even if the monsters are completely wiped out and all the traps are disarmed, they regenerate in time. If left alone, they continuously grow in size. People say that the reason the number of monsters on the surface doesn't decrease is that dungeons are formed in out-of-the-way places like the mountains or underwater, and monsters are spilling out of them. And in extremely rare cases, existing buildings can turn into dungeons. As to why these dungeons form, that question still remains unsolved. When we were adventuring, we heard rumors about cases where someone went to sleep one night and woke up the next day to discover that their home had turned into a dungeon. But I never expected that to happen to Sione. We received this information as an urgent transmission from a merchant ally on the surface. The circumstances of the research facility's transformation are unknown. It seems that the Dark Elf Islands dispatched investigators to rescue survivors. But apparently the dungeon has a rather high degree of difficulty. The investigators weren't used to navigating dungeons, so that was decided they couldn't handle it. The dungeon's influence could also cause eruptions of the underwater volcanoes in the area, so it couldn't be left unaddressed. They decided to destroy the dungeon immediately. The Dark Elf Islands announced a quest through the guilds. They're looking for parties of adventurers with solid track records, and they'll spare no expense. Meaning Light and his crew have to go as adventurers. Thank you for that valuable information. We'll need to announce the Black Fool's participation right away through the Adventurers Guild. I won't let some dungeon monster deprive me of my revenge. With all that Black Fool's accomplished, in the Dwarven Kingdom and the Elven Queendom, if you apply to join the Facility Dungeon Destruction Quest, you'll be accepted right away. Thanks, Ellie. But if they refuse our participation, wrangle our way in by putting pressure on the higher-ups of the Elven Queendom? Yes, blessed Lord Light, if that should happen, I'll explain the situation to the Queen, and our aim is achieved. I won't let Shione escape from this world. I'll get even with her with my own hands. Whatever it takes, I will have my revenge. This guy has no brakes. I love it. The Dark Elf Islands don't have a single head of state. There are instead 4 representatives from each of the 4 geographic regions drawn from the 4 dominant clans. The representatives meet to set policy for the country. It's a council system. Residents of the Eastern Clan. Okay, yep. Eastern Clan representative Gygus, yep. Yudo, sorry to bother you at such a busy time. I owe you a lot of stuff. And it's not like I'm unconnected to this latest incident. Anyway, are you getting enough sleep? The bags under your eyes look real bad. Dealing with the research facility turning into a dungeon has been difficult enough, but on top of that, the other 3 clan leaders have seized upon this incident to try to reduce my power. They're making all sorts of moves. I have a mountain of work, but now that the famed, strongest active Dark Elf, a level adventurer, Yudo, the magic collector, has accepted the job, the dungeon problem is as good as solved. Quit calling me by that nickname. It makes me sound like some nobody who relies on too much magic items. You know I can't stand it. Sorry, it was a slip of the tongue brought on by a lack of sleep. Apologies. Some rando came up with that nickname and it caught on. It pisses me off. What I wanted to say is that when it comes to exploring dungeons, there are no experts more reliable than you and the other members of the Blade of the Isles. But actually, there's no one else who's collected more or better top quality magic items from dungeons around the world. I'm sure your parents and their party would be pleased to see if they could see you now. With your collection, I'm sure even the White Knights would be no match for you. They're dead now, fool. Even without magic items, the Blade of the Isles wouldn't lose to the White Knights. Magic items are just an insurance to boost our abilities. I swear I'm going to crush the White Knights. They're already dead. When their party, the Spear of the Isles, was defeated by the White Knights after an accidental battle sprang up between them, it was quite a shock for the Dark Elf Islands. The Spear of the Isles was distinguished for its members' abilities in the Dark Elf Islands, but they couldn't harm or even scratch Commander Hardy of the White Knights. That was why the Spear of the Isles disbanded, and my dad retired from adventuring. It happened before I was born, but I've heard about it plenty of times. I will kill the Knights. Sure, I'll be fulfilling my dead parents' wishes by taking down the White Knights, but I want to fight someone I can go all out against too. Wow. Sorry, but they're already dead. How reassuring. Speaking of the White Knights, did you hear about what happened to the Queendom? What? Apparently some human called the Witch of the Tower created a new country right near it. Sounds like they'll be entering into diplomatic relations with the Queendom. It's not the Human Kingdom? No, it's a new human country founded by that witch. She proclaimed some sort of doctrine of complete liberty for humans. Doctrine of complete liberty? The elves are so prideful. Would they really open up diplomatic relations with a country like that? The information was complicated and unorganized, but that part is apparently certain. I have no idea what they're thinking. There are too many things I need to scrutinize. That Witch of the Great Tower person is probably a gifted human. Otherwise, she wouldn't have been able to get powerful enough to be worthy of gossip. Come to think of it, the research facility that turned into a dungeon, the focus of its director's research was to extract gifts, those rare blessings only bestowed on humans, from human souls and implant them in other tribes. I think it was something like that. Yeah, I know. That's why I kidnapped humans and made financial donations to her research. But I didn't think I'd get unlucky and have her lab turn into a dungeon. It'd be a real shame to lose interesting research like that. Is that why you said you're connected to it? Yeah, that's why. by the way, apparently some humans with unique gifts are called masters. Know anything about that? No, I've never heard of that. Oh, sorry for asking something weird. Enough chatting, Yeah, send me the info on the research facility dungeon, okay? Well, I'll be counting on you, Yudo. Leave it to me. That reaction, he knows something. I'm sure of it. On my many travels, I've heard rumors about humans who are unusually strong for their tribe. What are masters? Oh, you're home awfully early, Lord Yudo. Welcome home, Lord Yudo. We'll be departing in a few days' time. Get ready. Ira, Ray. Well then, this series doesn't like to stop giving beautiful, sexy characters here, but once again, no sympathy because they look down on humans and do cruel things to humans. No sympathy. Chapter 51 Disembarking. Ira, Ray, a ship is leaving in a few days for the research facility dungeon. Get us ready for the trip. Yes, Lord Yudo. I'll let you make the list of the supplies we'll need to pack, big sis. Ray, you help with the list too. Don't you ever think about helping me reduce my workload a bit? It's more efficient to let the most competent person do the work. I'll do my best at carrying things, fighting and helping Lord Yudo. My little sister, the meathead. You always push all the work on me like this, and try to steal all of Lord Yudo's affection for yourself. Isn't that self-serving? And in the first place, do you truly believe that your body could satisfy him? You don't have any curves to speak of. Wow. Big sister, I wouldn't get cocky if I were you. Those breasts must be annoyingly heavy. Why don't I slice them off for you? Wow. Damn. Enough. Cut it out. For Christ's sake, you're sisters, but you never get along. It's a woman's instinct to want to gain the affection of a capable man. Being sisters has nothing to do with that. She's just one of my rivals. Exactly. Perhaps our close proximity makes the effect even stronger. We're complete opposites in looks and personality. But ironically, we have the same taste in men. Ray, stop being ridiculous and help Ira. And Ira, don't goad her over every little thing. We need to fulfill Gygas's request so that he'll be in our debt. If you're saying that, does that mean you got some information about the Masters? No. But from his reaction to my question about them, I can tell he's holding on to some sort of information. The rumors about humans with monstrous strength masters, I only half believed them before. But from Gygas's reaction, it looks like they really exist. I don't know why he pretended not to know about them. But he'll owe us after we do this for him, and I can use that to get what he's hiding out of him. And I invested money and personnel in that research facility. So it'll be a big loss for me if the director, Sione, dies. That's true. The money aside, when Sione asked us to get gifted humans as subjects for experiments, we supplied her with some. We can't let that effort go to waste. We really did get into a lot of trouble. Gifted humans are pretty rare and they almost never turn up in the slave markets. Kidnapping them was the only option. What? Kidnapping? Okay. Another reason, don't let them fool you. Don't give them any sympathy. And what's more, when we kidnapped gifted kids, the parents insisted on fighting back, so we had to kill them all? What a hassle. What? What? And when you kill a kid's parents in front of them, they wail all out and won't shut up. With my abilities, I can render them helpless, so all they can do is cry, though. They'd put up a fight if I wasn't there to help. We could just break their limbs then. But if we're too rough with them, it might kill them. So I guess we need your power after all. Wow. Once again, just casually saying how cruel they are, so to make sure you don't have any sympathy for them. The worst was when they'd all band together and try to protect their village. If they just looked the other way, we wouldn't have to destroy their whole villages. Why are humans so stupid, I wonder? If those stupid, talking livestock are getting as strong as monsters, then if we could become masters, we'd be overwhelmingly powerful, far surpassing the White Knights. To achieve that goal, we need to conquer that research facility dungeon and get Shione out. We won't let anyone get in our way. Nice try. Nice try. That's not going to happen. Nearly one day has passed since we set sail from the harbor city in the Elven Queendom. We have sighted an island, my lord. That island's part of the Dark Elf Islands. Sione's research facility is there. She got that island and research facility as a reward for tricking and supposedly killing me. And now it's turned into a dungeon that's put her life in danger. How ironic. Karma. No good can come of anything obtained through such evil deeds. I swear we'll drag her out alive for you, Lord Dark. Speaking of evil deeds, the capital of the Elven Queendom is in such a sorry state. After freeing their human slaves, they no longer had anyone to perform manual labor. The streets are strewn with litter and rats are scampering about. The whole place is rather dingy. Wow. To be expected, but wow. Unfortunately, the elves are just going to have to learn to deal with it. Because they foisted all the manual labor off the humans for so many years, they lack the required know-how. They don't know how to handle such tasks themselves, leaving them extremely unprepared. That is so hilarious. Well, they're going to have to learn if they want to keep living. They must realize now how much they relied on their support of their human slaves to maintain their impractical lifestyles. Karma, they reaped what they sowed. They don't deserve any sympathy. I wasn't expecting the guilds to fall into dysfunction too, though. Well, I mean, Light, maybe you should give them the tiniest bit of support and then strong-arm them into doing it themselves. But I'm glad we got accepted to do this quest thanks to the recommendation from Daga's Guild of the Dwarven Kingdom, and we're able to get on a ship bound for the island. But traveling by boat does take such a lot of time. We must rush ahead. We can't afford to make you wait any longer, Lord Dark. I shall ask the captain to increase our speed. Could you not, Nemumu? Rushing him wouldn't save much time. Furthermore, isn't this your first time at sea? Enjoy the endless horizon, the scent of salt, the sea breeze, and the movement of the waves for the whole voyage. You fool, this isn't a pleasure cruise. Why would I enjoy it? Haste causes mistakes. If you are constantly bracing yourself, your energy will be lacking when you truly have need of it. Right, my lord? Yeah, that's right. Time is valuable, but it will all be for nothing if we screw up because we rush things. I'm not saying we shouldn't care about speed at all, but let's take care of things calmly and precisely. In the embrace of the vast waters, why not remove the rust from your heart? You must get the rust off your heart, but the salty breeze will rust that armor you're so proud of. Gold doesn't rust. Don't you know that? Goodness gracious. I know. That armor might shine like gold, but it's not pure gold, is it? What's rusted and should increase in size is your bosom, isn't it? Damn. Damn, that was wild. Pardon me, I'm not rusted. I'll keep telling you, it's perfectly normal. That's enough, you two. While we're bickering, we've arrived. Let's get ready to disembark. Is this island truly devoted to research? It looks like less like a research island and more like a tourist resort. Oh, wow. 52. Chapter 52. Contact. Okay, Lee, I need you to confirm for me again. Chapter 53 is where we end, right? I think so. I'm losing strength. I'm losing motivation. I'm so close to finishing, I may as well finish. I had a dream. The nostalgic scent of a life from my past, this feeling of this breeze, of my hometown, the one that's gone now. It was my house. Dad, Mom, Big Bro, Yume, everyone. I'm home. Why did I dream of my hometown now after all this time? Is it some sort of premonition? No, there's no point in dwelling on a dream. After we arrived on the island with the research facility dungeon, we were shown to a cottage in the lodging district right away. We spent the night there. I thought about just storming the dungeon, but it would be dangerous to rush in without information, so I decided to be prudent and go to the official route. Morning, Golden Nemumu. Good morning. It's almost the meetup time. Are you ready? I'm prepared to leave at any time. I couldn't be readier. Why don't we get going then? More of the same old anti-human discrimination. The cottage they gave us was shabby and a bit filthy. But the view from this island makes me feel like we're on vacation. The lodging district, the white sand beaches, the resort-style town, it's not for tourists. It was all put in place to preserve the physical and mental health of the researchers. It's surprising. I've heard that research is flourishing and that elites get high-class treatment from the government, but I had no idea they went to these lengths. New technology comes from the Principality of the Nine, the Dwarven Kingdom, and the Dark Elf Islands. No wonder people say that. I'm A-level Yudo, leader of the Blade of the Isles. I appreciate you joining this urgent quest. So that's Yudo, the magic collector. He's one of the strongest adventurers out there. Never seen him before. I'll brief you on the information that our party and 10 other groups have learned from our earlier days into the dungeon. Forays. The client requested it not be written down. There are all sorts of annoying restrictions, but we've ensured you'll be compensated generously, so please expect that. So about the dungeon. That's all. Any questions? Yeah, can I ask one? I came here because I heard the quest was real important and urgent, so what's a party of useless humans doing here? If you called us all here on some sort of elaborate prank, we'll file a complaint with the guild. They may be human, but there's no issue with their abilities. Everyone's talking about their exploits in Daga's Dungeon of the Dwarven Kingdom and the Elven Queendom. They're the Black Fools. They're the up-and-coming Black Fool party? I was picturing bigger humans. For pity's sake. It sounds like you're satisfied. If there are no further questions, the carriages are over there. Those who are prepared can set out for the dungeon now. Hey, Black Fools, sorry that they gave you a hard time. Thank you for defending us. I am the authority figure here. I only did what anyone would do in my position. And it's true that there's no issue with your abilities. You were able to go 5 levels in Daga's dungeon in a single day. Even my party wouldn't be able to manage that. I'm expecting you to start figuring out a path to the bottom floor of this dungeon right off the bat. We'll do our best to meet your expectations. I could observe your beauty even from far away. But close up, you're so lovely that it's hard to believe you're human. When I join my Blade of the Isles party, I guarantee we'll pay you better. Wow. Again, Nemumu's not interested. I decline. Nothing in this world could be worth more than the privilege of being by Lord Darkside. Dark. Ah, I see. So that's where your preferences lie. There's no helping that. If that matter is settled, we'd like to proceed to the dungeon as soon as possible. Sure, I'll be looking forward to your report on the dungeon. And Fairy Princess, if you change your mind, reach out to me anytime. For pity's sake. He doesn't look like he's given up at all. If we run into him in the dungeon, it'll probably be a hassle. What can he possibly see in you with your humble bosom and utter lack of sex appeal, Nemumu? That's wild. Gold, I keep telling you that I have a normal amount in that area. It's not your fault, Nemumu. The men who come on to you are the ones to blame. Anyway, why don't we hurry up and get to the dungeon? Yes, Lord Dark. I'm eager to see what the dungeon will be like. Is this the research facility? Looks like a prison. What's the name of your party? The Black Fools. If you encounter other adventurers inside, don't fight them. Your objective is to gather information so we can destroy the dungeon. Be sure to keep that in mind. Sure. Go on in. This is the information Yudo gave us on the dungeon. The original research facility had 2 floors above ground and 1 below, but the second floor had appeared underground and the space inside the building had expanded beyond its size on the map. It was possible that the building was continuing to expand even further. Inside, all the monsters were types that had never been seen before, and their attacks tended towards mental assaults. Some of their monsters were unique in appearance as well. That was all the important information so far. He said that he couldn't go into the details about the monster's appearance because of the client's request, but that we would understand that unique meant when we saw them for ourselves. I'm curious to see what they'll be like. Lord Dark, is something amiss? What is this feeling of unease? No, not unease exactly, it's more like deja vu. Where did I sense this vibe before? I can't remember. No, nothing, sorry. Why don't we keep going? Nemumu, please take point and check for traps. Gold, please monitor our surroundings so you can defend against any attacks. Yes, Lord Dark, as you wish. I shall use my shield of gold to protect my lord from anything that might befall him. In the original map of this building, there was a hall behind this door that was used for announcements, meetings, and the like. But it's become a hallway now, right? And what a long hallway it is. I'll keep going. Lord Dark, I sense a person. No, maybe it's a monster that looks like a person. My card usage was cancelled outside for some reason, so I wanted to use my SSR clairvoyance to inside the dungeon to confirm whether Sione is still alive. But before we could get deep into the dungeon where nobody would see us, we've run into a monster. I've got no choice. I'll have to confirm the monster's strength first. What? Sione? Okay. That's wild. I think this is the final chapter. 53. I'm pretty sure that's what Lee said earlier. This is the final chapter, 53. Then I can finally be done. Okay, yeah. 53 is the final chapter of this stream. And I did gain a subscriber out of this stream, so Isekai at max level, thank you for joining me. Please spread the word of my channel to others. I do want to hit 500. You know what? My birthday is September 26th. If I hit 500 on my birthday, that would be the best birthday present I could ever get. And then I repay it to everyone else on the channel with Avatar: The Last Airbender. That would be awesome. Please consider doing that. But chapter 53, Presence. Sione? No, it looks like her, but it's not. For one thing, I've never heard anything about her being a triplet. Release. Shadow dance. What a racket. It appears they're using a mental attack, but it's not effective on us. But it's still grating our ears, so I'll shut them up. Release silence. I'll see what they are, too. Release appraisal. The Soul Dragon, a monster from another world, created these fake copies of Sione. They use mental attacks to drive their enemies insane and kill them. A monster from another world? Oh. What I've been sensing here. It's how I felt when Ellie used magic to level me up. The ultimate class magic, Couchmar summon. I felt that same vibe in the air then. Couchmar summon is forbidden ultimate class magic. On the surface, they only know of 3 types of magic. But Ellie can use ultimate class magic, which is above those 3 types. It summons the most vicious monsters from outside our world. They aren't friends or foes, they just rampage indiscriminately. However, even Ellie, the level 9,999 Forbidden Witch, can only use ultimate class magic once per day. Does that mean that there's someone who used ultimate class magic like Couchmar summon, which even Ellie can only use once per day, to summon a monster called the Soul Dragon from another world? It isn't Sione. She isn't able to use top level magic like that. So is someone targeting the research facility for some reason? Someone strong enough to be able to pull off magic like this? Could there be a master here? Supposing our enemy is a master, if they can do magic at Ellie's level and they created the situation, if there's only one of them, I might be able to fight them alone while protecting Golden Nemamu. But if there's more than one, I can't handle them. I'll be putting Golden Nemamu in danger. Lord Dark? What would you like to do with them? Sorry. I've gotten the information I needed, so you can dispose of them. They disappeared without even leaving any Magistone. What useless opponents. They didn't leave any Magistone. They weren't zombified monsters. They were multiple fakes of Sione. I understand now why the Dark Elf Islands kept things vague about the monsters. What do you mean? Monster versions have appeared of Sione, the director of this research facility? That's an anomaly. If Sione is involved as a victim here, or worse, a perpetrator. I see. If the director whom the adventurers are supposed to rescue is gleefully assisting and attacking us, that would be a great embarrassment for the country. I suppose the reason they gathered us powerful adventurers together was to make it easier to control information about the situation. Yep. I know we just got here, but I want to go back home for a bit. When I used appraisal on the fake Sione, I learned some concerning information. For pity's sake, from your reaction, I take it as bad news. That's right. I'll fill you in when we get back. This feeling, is it another fake Sione? No, it's not. It can't be. Yume? His sister? Lord Dark! She's gone. Did I imagine it? No, she was definitely there. What is it, my lord? Sorry, it was nothing. I thought someone was there. I'm sorry, I didn't notice their presence. Don't worry about it. I think I was wrong. Ready to go home? Nemamu, take point, please. Yes, Lord Dark. I must have been mistaken. There's no way my little sister would be in a place like this. But it's a ghost. It's a copy. If it isn't the Black Fools, what's wrong? Going home already? There's something I'm a bit concerned about. Something you're concerned about? Oh, it's nothing we would need to report. Just a personal issue. Please excuse us. Maybe they chickened out. They may be an up-and-coming party. They're just a group of pathetic humans after all. Damn. Harsh, of course. I'm not so sure. I get the feeling that they withdrew because the dark-haired kid found something out with his gift. Why do you think that human has a gift? His eyes. Some of the gifted humans we kidnapped had so much confidence in their gifts that they presented us. That they resisted us, right? He had the same look in his eyes as those pieces of trash. If a human's eyes overflow with self-confidence, that's proof that they have a powerful gift. If he's got a gift strong enough to take that sort of attitude with me, I want to rip it out of him and take it for myself. I'm getting excited just imagining how strong it is. So I gotta have Sione continue her research on souls. She'd better not die. I see. It's unlikely that there's a master in that dungeon. I believe there's a significant possibility that this incident was an accident. An accident? Couchmar summon includes magic to close the gate that was summoned. It wouldn't leave an opening like that. And it wouldn't be possible to hold its position for this long. So it's unlikely that the Couchmar summon was used. I believe the research facility turned into a dungeon because of its connection with another world. Wow. Blessed Lord Light, the information you gain when you appraise the fake Siones proves that. The Soul Dragon, the monster that created the fake Siones, lives in another world. It's not a type of monster that could be summoned. Therefore, I believe that one of the director's experiments must have accidentally created a connection with another world, inviting the Soul Dragon in. Furthermore, there's one other thing I realized from the Soul Dragon's involvement. Director Sione is still alive. Really? Indeed. The Soul Dragon collects souls. His body was constructed from a group of over 10,000 of them. To collect souls for his body, he kills the organisms he encounters without hesitation. However, in rare cases, he'll take a living organism, gather information about them, copy it, and use magic to make duplicates of them. Oh. In other words, the fact that there were multiple copies of Sione roaming around indicates that she is still alive and that the Soul Dragon has her. So I believe you still have plenty of time to get your revenge, Blessed Lord Light. However, it's extremely dangerous for the connection to the other world to persist. So far, it's only caused slight earthquakes, but if the connection continues, the Dark Elf Islands could explode, or in worst case scenario, it's possible that the entire continent could be destroyed, including the Abyss. What? As such, I recommend that the gate to the other world be closed with great haste. The Soul Dragon and the crisis threatening the entire continent, huh? I'll most definitely carry out my revenge on Sione, but I can't afford to focus solely on that anymore, huh? We've got no choice. Ellie, I'll need you to close the gate. And May, we'll need your support in case of any unforeseen circumstances. I'm going to have you both join us as backup members of the party. Yes, Blessed Lord Light, we're at your service. May, Ellie, Nemamu, Gold, and I. Together we shall obliterate that dungeon. I won't let anything get in the way of my revenge. Look at this double spread, it's amazing. Before the day is out, we'll sever the connection to the other world, defeat the Soul Dragon, and get revenge on Sione. We'll head out as soon as preparations are complete. Okay, yep. Okay, this is the end of the volume. Stream over. The afterword, congratulations on Volume 7. Thank you for buying Volume 7 and reading to the end. Special thanks. Gotta thank them all. I'm doing that now. They owe their due credit. Please go buy the official source. Don't only do this through me. Please support the official release. Buy the manga, buy the novels, watch the anime when it comes out, unless it's already out. Just support this series officially, please. This series is amazing. So we are officially in Volume 3 territory of the novels. And this stream is now over. Let me just check something. Okay, that's that. Nope. Okay, that's Ice Heat's card. Really good artwork on Ice Heat. We'll continue to say this till the ends of my days. We need these physical cards. But yeah, the stream is over. Surprised no one else came. That's kind of a shame. No Asta. He was here for the previous stream, which was cool, but he didn't return, so that's kind of sad. We had a good turnout regardless. But I am tired. I did not expect it to go as long as I did. I was not expecting to do 2. I think I'm going to have to cancel the gaming stream tomorrow. I'm sorry, but I need to care for my own body and mind, and I would need sleep. So the gaming stream is getting canceled. I know I keep making schedules and then having to change them last minute, but I didn't expect to do 2 of these tonight. I hope that makes sense. So in any case, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you liked it. Hit the like button, subscribe, share the video with a friend. Make sure you join the Patreon. Go check it out. There's exclusives over there. Go enjoy. Have fun. And, of course, keep your notifications on. Because, as always, I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.